Historical transformation of India. The transformation of India into a modern nation was not an isolated event confined to a single year. It was the culmination of centuries of struggle, resilience, and visionary leadership. This long journey began in the mid-19th century and evolved through a series of seminal events that reshaped not only the face of India, but also its very soul. The process of transformation can be traced back to the Indian Rebellion of 1857, often cited as the first major uprising against British colonial rule. During this tumultuous period, figures such as Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi emerged as symbols of defiance. Although the rebellion was ultimately suppressed, it forced the British to re-examine their methods of governance, leading to the end of the East India Company's rule and the establishment of direct crown rule in 1858. This administrative restructuring set the stage for future demands of complete self-governance. In the following decades, the seeds of nationalism were sown through a blend of intellectual discourse and moderate political activism. The establishment of the Indian National Congress, INC, in 1885 provided a structured forum where intellectuals and reformers could articulate India's grievances against economic exploitation and political marginalization. Pioneers such as Dadabhai Naoroji, who introduced the drain theory to explain how colonial policies systematically siphoned wealth from India, and Gopal Krishna Gokhale, who advocated gradual reform and constitutionalism, played a central role in igniting a collective yearning for self-rule among Indians from diverse backgrounds. As the new century dawned, the quest for independence took on a more dynamic and participatory character. The early 20th century witnessed the emergence of fervent nationalism under the leadership of figures like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, whose impassioned call for Swaraj, self-rule, mobilized the masses and instilled a sense of pride that transcended regional and linguistic boundaries. Alongside Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai contributed significantly through fearless journalism and vocal public protests against oppressive colonial measures, thereby deepening the nationalistic sentiments that were sweeping the country. The course of the freedom struggle underwent a dramatic shift with the rise of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. In the 1920s and 1930s, Gandhi's philosophy of satyagraha, or nonviolent resistance, brought together millions of Indians across diverse social and economic divides. Iconic movements such as the non-cooperation movement, and especially the Salt March of 1930, directly challenged the British monopoly on resources like salt, symbolizing the power of peaceful protest against oppressive laws. Along with Gandhi, visionary leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru articulated a forward-looking vision, painting a future for India as a secular, democratic, and progressive nation, a vision that reached far beyond the mere attainment of political freedom. The transformation accelerated further during World War II, when India's significant contributions to the Allied war effort underscored the unsustainable nature of colonial rule. In 1942, Gandhi's Quit India movement emerged as a definitive and unequivocal call for an immediate end to British domination. Despite harsh crackdowns and severe repression, the movement reinforced the inevitability of independence and deepened the collective resolve of a subjugated nation. As the global conflict drew to a close, the weakened British Empire, strained by economic hardships and international pressure, found it increasingly difficult to maintain its hold over India. Under the leadership of Lord Louis Mountbatten, the last Viceroy of India, a plan was put forward to hasten the transfer of power. The Mountbatten Plan proposed the partition of British India into two separate nations, one predominantly Hindu and the other predominantly Muslim, to address the diverging communal aspirations. Consequently, on August 15, 1947, India emerged as a sovereign nation after nearly 2 centuries under British rule, a historic moment marked by both euphoria and profound sorrow. The joy of independence was immediately tempered by the calamity of partition. The insistence of Muhammad Ali Jinnah and the All India Muslim League on creating a distinct Muslim state led to the formation of Pakistan alongside India. The hurriedly drawn Radcliffe Line divided the subcontinent, triggering one of the largest mass migrations in history, as millions of Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs found themselves forced to move across the new borders. This abrupt division was accompanied by widespread communal violence, displacing populations and leaving deep and enduring emotional and societal scars. In the aftermath of independence and partition, India faced the colossal challenge of nation building. Amidst the chaos and loss, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, often hailed as the Iron Man of India, played an indispensable role in unifying the fragmented nation. His pragmatic and decisive actions ensured the integration of over 500 princely states into the Indian Union, thereby transforming a collection of diverse regions into a cohesive political entity. While Patel's efforts solidified the framework of modern India, the legacy of partition continued to influence the nation's internal dynamics and external relations, most notably in the long-standing dispute over the region of Kashmir. The historical narrative of India's transformation is rich with clear insights. It illustrates an evolution that began with isolated rebellions and intellectual debates, eventually blossoming into large-scale mass mobilizations, championed by voices of moral authority and strategic statecraft. The journey from the fiery uprisings of 1857 to the nonviolent resistance led by Gandhi demonstrates the immense power of collective action when anchored in deep-seated ideals of justice and self-determination. Moreover, the tragic partition and subsequent challenges of nation-building reveal that even monumental victories carry their own complexities and human costs. Each chapter in this saga, from early acts of courage to the meticulous integration of princely states, contributed to the tapestry that is modern India. The enduring legacy of self-rule, secular governance, and cultural pluralism continues to shape the nation's identity. Yet, the scars left by partition and the challenges of reconciling diverse communities serve as a reminder of the sacrifices made and the hurdles that remain in the quest for unity and progress. Thus, the reported story of India's historical transformation encapsulates both triumph and tragedy. It is a narrative of unyielding determination and visionary leadership, a story that remains as relevant today as it was in the crucible of India's struggle for freedom. This comprehensive account not only charts the evolution of a nation, but also provides profound insights into the enduring quest for identity, unity, and progress in a diverse and dynamic society. Join NBO Money Finance on YouTube for captivating insights into finance and history. Unlock expert analysis and inspiring stories.